Hi, this is Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. Let me let you in on a secret. This great Showtime tournament at super middleweight, 168 pounds, with names like Andre Durrell, Arthur Abraham, Andre Ward, Mikkel Kessler, Jermaine Taylor, Carl Froch. This tournament might not even give us the best at 168 pounds because, as Canadians know, the best at 168 pounds might actually be the excellent champion, major champion of the last 2 years in the division, Canada's Lucian Bute. Bute, who's originally from Romania, is an excellent fighter with a very advanced set of skills. Think Chad Dawson, the light heavyweight champion. He's a tall, lanky southpaw. He can work off of a jab. He is mobile. He has excellent reflexes. He has excellent defense. He is in his 20s. Right now, he's at the top of his game. Now, we're going to find out a lot about whether or not he is the best 168 pounder this weekend when Mikkel Kessler takes on Andre Ward. In particular, I'll be looking at that Kessler fight to find out whether Kessler can handle an opponent with superior foot speed, superior movement, who can play a cat and mouse game. If Kessler can, he may well be the best 168 pounder in my opinion. If Kessler can't, and I believe it's an open question, I don't know what's going to happen in that Kessler-Ward matchup. If Kessler can't, then I believe the best 168 pounder may well be Lucian Bute. Lucian Bute takes on an opponent who also, in my opinion, is one of the very best super middleweights. The division is loaded, folks. And his opponent is Librado Andrade, who has only lost twice in his entire professional career. Once was to Lucian Bute, and the other time was to Mikkel Kessler. How good is Librado Andrade? Well, to get the fight against the great Joe Calzaghe, Mikkel Kessler had to beat Librado Andrade. Librado Andrade has been an elite fighter for several years. Now, when he fought Bute the first time last year, I made a prediction on that fight that should still be on YouTube. And my prediction was that the winner of that fight would be Lucian Bute. Now, Bute did win the fight. However, the 12th round has now become legendary. It is a scandalous round. It is a notorious round. It is an infamous round where Librado Andrade caught up with a depleted Bute. Bute, the champion, went down. His belt hung in the balance. And then weird things started happening with the referee, where the referee did a long count that took more than 10 seconds. The referee at one point asked Andrade, who was close to his corner, to get in the corner. And the referee, Marlon Wright, who's normally an excellent ref, mishandled the situation. There are many in the sport, including some big names. I believe Steve Farhood, who was announcing the fights, one of them, who believes that Librado Andrade lost his title, lost a title he had earned. It was Bute's title because of the ref's mistakes. I'm not one of those people. If you look at the tape of the fight, and that tape is rapidly becoming the Zapruder film for the super middleweight division, you will see that Lucian Bute clearly beats the 10 count in getting off of the canvas. Also, if you look at the clock, to me it's clear that Librado Andrade simply did not have enough time to come across the ring to finish the job. Whatever your beliefs on what happened in the 12th round of their first fight, which Bute won, just know that in the second fight, I am predicting that Lucian Bute, a counterpuncher who has already solved Librado Andrade's punch pattern, will win this fight. Just as I predicted Bute to win the first fight, I'm predicting Lucian Bute to win this fight. This fight should be a carbon copy of the recent light heavyweight title fight between champion Chad Dawson, who's a tall, lanky, highly skilled southpaw, just like Lucian Bute, and Glenn Johnson, who is relentless, comes forward, does not stop, has a lot of heart. That's exactly how Librado Andrade fights. In fact, fight fans might be surprised to learn that Bute, a super middleweight, actually sparred extensively with Glenn Johnson to prepare for this rematch against Librado Andrade. Now, for gamblers, since we now know that Librado Andrade can put Bute down, has the power, I believe what gamblers should do is take Bute to win the fight and straddle it against Librado Andrade by knockout, because in rematches involving counterpunchers, the rematch almost always is more intense than the original fight. And of course, here that intensity is going to be magnified even further because Librado Andrade, I am sure, is firmly convinced, as many are, that the referee cost him a title and that all he has to do is step up his game earlier than he did in the last fight to knock out Lucian Bute. I don't see that happening. I believe Bute wins this fight, and I believe folks will be in for a treat watching the fight because I, for some reason, do not believe that Lucian Bute is as known as some of the other names in the division. And when I say Bute is talented, understand right now, I would take Lucian Bute to beat champion Carl Froch. Understand right now, I think it's an open question as to whether Arthur Abraham can beat Bute. In fact, I would probably take Bute in that fight. Higher work rate, very accurate, defensively gifted. I think Arthur Abraham would have a very hard time catching up with Lucian Bute. And so I hope fans of the Showtime series, and that series has a great fight this weekend between Kessler and Andre Ward. I hope fans of the Showtime series also look at the fight between Bute and Librado Andrade. Trust me, Canadians know that they have a great champion in Lucian Bute. And this fight has both an excellent champion and a very worthy opponent. I would love to see Librado Andrade fight Arthur Abraham, for example, because I don't think that Abraham has fought anyone as aggressive and as relentless as Librado Andrade is. I think this is a five-star fight. The first fight was an intriguing matchup as well that obviously spawned an infamous round. I like Lucian Bute in the fight, and I hope everyone leaves their comments for me here on YouTube. Also, make your call on the fight at predictboxing.blogspot.com. And to the Showtime crowd, as I said earlier, watch Kessler carefully against Ward. I don't care who wins that fight. If Kessler cannot handle movement and hand speed, then, quite frankly, I would likely take Bute over Kessler as well. We'll find out. Kessler might win the fight big. He might not. I think Andre Ward is also a very intriguing fighter in the division. I think the 168-pound division is probably the best in boxing. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.